How you doing, guys? This is ZedEye here. So today I wanted to further, talk a little bit about Metal Gear Solid, Delta, Snake Eater remake, and I want to voice more of my concerns regarding of this game. Now, we do know regarding of the past records and the credit that Konami has. Well, they're not exactly good. Actually, none of them are good. And yeah, with the more recent or more or less decision that they've made to move away from video games and AAA standards of games as well, now they're making a sort of a comeback, including of course like Silent Hill 2 remake and other Silent Hill other games as well included. And now with the announcement of Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, this is good news obviously. But the thing that kind of makes it concerning is how much details or how much information they have not mentioned. Now, even though they have mentioned regarding after, finally it's confirmed, it's real, you do not need to rumor about it, there's no need for that any longer. But the thing is, other things, right? Who's developing it? We do not know. Seriously, like there's been no mention at all, no clarifications, like who is the development team. All there's been mentioned regarding is that somebody's making it, and there's also been like a statement coming from the development team. That's it. There's just literally no name to it. Now it's possible that it could be the Konami themselves, right? Could be remaking this. I kind of doubt it as well, but also there's been a little bit of a mention as well that there's a possibility that Virtua Studio is maybe actually be a supporting developer for this game as well. Now, Virtua Studio, they're not exactly known for making big things, other than, of course, Final Fantasy X, or 10, I should say, 10-2 HD Remaster for PS3 and PS Vita. They also brought Batman Return to Arkham to PS4. There also been a little bit of a mention that they assisted with Guerrilla Games, with Horizon, both of those games. And of course, the most recent thing that they've made was the very, very poorly received PlayStation 5 remaster of The Outer Worlds. The patches are still coming in and it's still broken. It still needs to be a little bit more ironed out. So of course, this just doesn't give us much of confidence. On top of that, Konami, with their track record, like I mentioned already, how they have been going about with their games, especially with the direction that they made a decision to go way back. And because why do we need to put in like millions of dollars into this one game that takes years and years to develop, while they can actually take half a time as that and actually make the far larger income if they're only concentrating on microtransactions and mobile games. And that's the decision that they made. They practically canceled all the games that they've been making in terms of the AAA standards. But now they're kind of going back a little bit on their decision, and they're making a return with Silent Hill and of course Metal Gear Solid. And with this kind of decision, like a quick kind of 180 decision that they're doing here, it's not exactly screams confidence that they even know what the hell they need to do with this development, because this is no small task of simply remaking a game. Now, even though we have finally got an opportunity of seeing an in-engine or in-game kind of footages of the game itself, but the thing is, you can clearly see it's one-to-one. Well, I cannot say a remake. It's a remaster. Now it's beautifully done, looks similar, but also another thing, the director, right? Like, where's the creative director? Where is Hideo Kojima, right? Because the past circumstances that Konami and Hideo Kojima had, they tied all the ties with Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima is nowhere to be seen in the artwork. He's nowhere in the title. He's nowhere, basically. He has no involvement within this game at all. And so this kind of makes it kind of a little bit concerning as well, because if this is the vision that was made purely by Kojima and of course his developers teams as well, while they were making Metal Gear games, and with his direction, he's not on board anymore with this remake, so is Konami gonna try to maybe imitate Kojima's vision, copy and paste or something? This is why I said this seems like it's going to be more going towards a remaster than a remake. They're gonna, of course, they're gonna make this a $60 to $70 game, so to justify the price of the development that they had to produce into this game, and of course they're just gonna call it a day. On top of that, there's not a scummy thing that I've noticed, and I didn't even know about this because If you guys know me, I'm not like a giant fan of Metal Gear in general, but I did, did a little bit of research, and regarding of the Master Collections, right, regarding the Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3, right, so it's going to be coming out autumn of this year. This actually, like a HD collection, was already present about 2 years ago until Konami took it away. And so people that already had the HD collection of the Metal Gear's, older Metal Gear Solid games, they have to repurchase it once again. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of scummy, right? That kind of decision to make. And what about the people that have purchased the HD collection, right? Like, can they just simply get this Master Collection for free because they have made the purchase already? Like, personally for me, I never purchased the HD collection. I didn't bother with that. Because like I said, I'm not a big fan of Metal Gear in general, but I'm genuinely am interested to see what this remake can do for me, and perhaps maybe it can finally get me into the groove of things regarding of what the hell Solid Snake, Big Bosses, all that goodness that would have got in store personally for myself, right? Because of this announcement, I'm more interested to check it out, but also I'm not blind to see that a lot of people are worried, and I'm worried. I'm curious to see which direction they're gonna take with this. Are they gonna basically remaster and they're gonna call it a remake and they're gonna sell it for a full price tag? Because again, it's Konami, it would not be surprised if they would scummy their way through. But also, it's it's not nice, but it's business. I totally understand, but still, it will completely suck. And as such, I hope, and I just hope that this is going to come into fruition and gonna live up to a lot of people's expectations. But there's just not much of confidence going on here. And on top of that, one more thing. How early is this in the development? How long do we still have to wait for this remake to finally come out? Because I feel like it's gonna take maybe at least minimum of another 2 years, maybe release of 2025 sometime. And also, knowing how Konami and how they have said it before, years and years of development time, putting in like millions of dollars and more than that into this game, this doesn't seem like they're willing to do it. Maybe they've changed their ways or something happened in Konami themselves, but I just don't really trust them. And so this is why, not just me included, but a lot of people don't believe in this remake. But I'm gonna keep my eyes wide open. I'm gonna take a look at the other news information as soon as they come up with something new. I'm gonna make sure that is, a legit thing, and I hope it actually will be a good port, a good remake for, Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Alright guys, that's all I wanted to have a little bit of discussion. Do let me know what you think about the remake of the Metal Gear Solid as well. Are you looking forward to it? Do you think there'll be more in the future? Do you think it's gonna be a success? Do you think it's gonna be broken at launch? It's gonna be curious for sure. Alright, like and subscribe. See you guys all. Have a wonderful day.